Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel and thanks for logging on. Today we're discussing the IWC Portuguese Yacht Club Chronograph in 18 karat rose gold. You can see this reference 3905-01 and purchase it on our website. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you enjoy these videos, and please click on the card in the upper right hand corner of the screen at any time during this video to see our full sales listing for this watch with additional accessories included in the sale, high resolution images for your desktop, and naturally complete pricing details for this IWC Portuguese Yacht Club Chronograph latest generation. Now on my wrist, 6 1/3 inches, 16 centimeters in circumference, you can see that the 2015 to present Yacht Club Chronograph cuts a tighter profile than the original 2010 model. That one was 45.5 millimeters across the round of the case. That is 9/3, not inclusive of crown or pushers. This one's a more manageable 43.5. IWC decided to get with the times, 43.5 across the round of the case. The watch is perhaps slimmer than it looks at first glance, at 14.5 millimeters thick, and from lug to lug, although it spans 53.5 millimeters across the wrist, the profiling of the lugs relatively short and sharply curved downward as they exit the case flank means that the watch almost bends itself around the wrist. Camber of lugs and case is a major factor in determining whether a certain wristwatch dimension lug to lug is going to fit your wrist. Again, this could have been an absolute monster, but the case shaping means it wears well on my 16 centimeter wrist, and I would even say down to 14.5 centimeters in circumference you're going to be able to wear this watch. It's paired with a very substantial natural vulcanized rubber strap. It features a sort of simulated weave pattern embossed on the top, and then there's a cross hatching on the bottom that lifts the strap above the skin and allows sweat, moisture, heat, grit to escape. You can see from the profile just how substantial this strap is. It's destined for long wearing durability and very tough. It's adjusted on the fly, sports watch style, by a beautiful IWC 18 karat rose gold pin buckle. You can see it's nicely finished with the IWC corporate logo engraved, satin finish on the top, satin finish on the flanks, and a beautiful polished bevel along the sides. Now you can see that the integration of strap and case is close coupled. There's no gap between the end of the strap and the flank of the case, and while this creates a very handsome, coherent, and integrated look, sometimes this can cause unnecessary flare that fights a small wrist. Not the case here. Everything drops straight down as it exits the lug, so you can wear it easily on a smaller wrist like mine. Now the dial has depth, no doubt about that. There's a combination of traditional IWC Portuguese elements and certain modern touches that update the look for a in-house caliber triple register chronograph. First, let me focus on the case a bit because it does deserve a shout out. Beautiful satin case band, polished on the hoods of the lugs. There is a tumble home to the lugs just as they drop off toward the side for compound curvature, and you'll note just how beautifully rounded and polished the bezel is. Its flare adding an element of art to the case, not simply a big mass of metal, thoughtfully, artfully crafted. And there's a sweep from the relatively narrow bezel top down to the base of the silver matte finish dial. As you can see, there is a 60-second track outboard that allows you to more precisely read chronograph seconds and fractions of second, sloping down and transitioning to a Portuguese traditional railroad-style minutes track inboard. You can also see fully hand-applied 18 karat Arabic numerals, each one with an outboard slightly luminescent index, so you can read this sports-style watch, which sort of blends the genetics of IWC's traditional aggressive sports watches and their Portuguese line into a single reference. At center, again, traditional Portuguese-style foy or leaf-style hands, but with luminescent elements. Now, the triple register chronograph works as such. Here is the Lancet-style red seconds hand at center and a mono counter at 12 o'clock. It registers both minutes and hours on a single register, so you have the beautiful symmetry bilaterally and top to bottom of a twin register chronograph with hours, minutes, and seconds tri-register functionality. Now, one of the functional features of the in-house caliber 89361 automatic chronograph is that it's not just a chronograph, it's a flyback chronograph, so you can reset and restart it with a single press of the plunger at 4 o'clock. No need to stop, start, and reset. This one's already ready to go, and it's excellent for timing events in rapid succession, such as those you might witness during perhaps an auto race or a high-speed regatta. Those America's Cup yachts are fast these days. You'll also note that each of the sub-registers is nicely countersunk to add another plane of focus, and there's a subtle aperture with a cutaway to the date such that it actually drops from the plane of the dial to the date disc with a little bit of slope and taper rather than dropping sheer and straight. Again, design, thoughtful design, artful design runs deep in this one. And so does engineering. On the case back, a screw-in case back, which is part of the secret to the watch's 6 ATM or 60 meter water resistance, you can see the 89361 in-house chronograph caliber automatic winding with a 4-pawl rather than the original 2-pawl Peloton winding system. It's even more efficient than the original, although just as robust. It empowers a 68-hour power reserve when fully energized. You'll note it's free sprung for stability in the face of shock and vibration, and it beats at a modern 28,800 vibrations per hour. In addition to the flywheel functionality, the movement does feature hacking seconds, so when you screw out the crown, and it is a screw down, you stop the balance, halt the seconds, and you can synchronize the watch to a known accurate reference time. There's also a quick set for rapidly cycling the date. And finally, the chronograph is of the column wheel vertical clutch variety. The column wheel for crisp actuation, and you can really hear this one and feel it. And then the vertical clutch allows you to run the chronograph continuously without any additional wear and tear to the movement. Simply leave it engaged if you prefer to read seconds at center along with hours and minutes. There's no additional hazard to the chronograph for doing so. Furthermore, thanks to the vertical clutch, you'll note the seconds hand. It simply starts moving. There is no jump as there is with a lateral yoke or a lateral clutch. You can see this handsome, latest generation IWC Portuguese chronograph in 18 karat rose gold on our website.